Welcome to the JusTalks podcast. I'm Justin Neely. Co-hosting with me is my guy Jason.
What up?
And today our special guest, Lilly Phillips from Greenwich, New York, fellow Great Dane for the Albany women's basketball team. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
And something I'd like to note is a longtime Great Dane, just like yourself. You know, it's nice to see, you know, the Great Danes that stay, you know, the tenure. So, you know, no, you can't get more Great Dane than Justin Neely and Lilly Phillips.
The OGs, I guess.
Yeah, definitely part of that group. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is Greg Popovich is out indefinitely for health issues. I spoke about this on a different podcast. I feel like there really has to be an age limit to stop coaching because, I mean, he's in his 70s. Like, what is the point at this point to coach?
75, you know, he's one of the greatest coaches of all time, you know. I mean, you hate to see him be out like that, but I agree. I think there's a point where it's like, all right, leave somebody else a shot, you know.
Yeah, I mean, especially what is the Spurs doing right now?
Yeah.
There's no reason for Popovich to risk his life for the San Antonio Spurs.
He's trying to pad the stats.
And what stats? Losing? What are they doing in San Antonio? Like, if he was with the Celtics or if he was with a powerhouse, then you go like Phoenix. Like, we could understand why, you know, he'd continue coaching. But for the Spurs, it seems like it's just not worth his time. And he doesn't have much of it left, unfortunately. So
yeah, but I hope he, you know, turns out well, can get back to the Spurs. But, you know.
So you don't think there should be any limit? He should coach as long as he wants to?
I think a coach should know when it's like.
That's the problem is they're not going to know because they're in love with this. When you're like addicted to the sport like that, I mean, think about it. You know how many players, I'm not going to say names, that play a sport when they shouldn't be because they just want to get back to their old self, or players that rush to get back and play when they're not fully healthy. It happens all the time. So the last thing I trust is a sports athlete or coach to know when they're done.
Done.
So I think that he's always going to say, you know,
I'm good.
I mean, we saw, we see this happen time and time again. I just don't want to see him die on the court. Like, that's the last thing I think.
I don't think that's going to happen.
I mean, he's 75. You know? And you know how stressful coaching is, especially for the Spurs? Like,
absolutely.
I mean, losing that much does take a toll on your body. So I think that you think it's a crazy thing, but it's going to happen if coaches keep pushing it because you don't understand, but it's a new thing for coaches to be coaching this old. Like, we've seen in the NFL, multiple 70-year-old coaches, and we're seeing the NBA. Coaches usually do not coach this old. I mean, in college, you know, Coach K coached for a while, but I mean, even then, I mean, he's young. He retired younger than Popovich.
Yeah. And
he was on top. He knew, like, his age got to him. And to see Popovich not even consider retiring, I mean, if we had this conversation in 10 years and he's still in the league, I mean, I think this.
Yeah, I know.
Like, what's the max age for a coach? Like, I thought 75 was the max. I mean, you think we could see him is an 80-year-old coach? Like, I mean, that's not that far away. I mean, he's turning 76. So, I mean, what's the restriction that you're going to say? Like, it's tough, right?
Yeah, definitely tough. But yeah, that's it.
I guess just hope he gets a speedy recovery.
Recovery and
hopefully, you know, they don't stress you out too much. And if they do, then just retire.
If they do, if Wemby's getting you stressed, you might gotta.
Well, what happened? They just had a report out with Sochan is injured, so that's unfortunate. So, I mean, if you're him, I mean, if they're already at, let's say he's better in 6 months from now, and their season's over, do you think he should return?
No, he definitely should retire. Yeah, if he has to miss a season for, you know, whatever issue he has, he should just retire, honestly.
Okay. Do you have any thoughts on it?
I mean, I feel like it's kind of iconic to coach that long to be able to do that. But, yeah.
I just wonder how long it's still worth it for him, you know, because, I mean, I'm already... I'm struggling to walk down a court at 22. So at 75, I don't know like how much pain he must be in, you know, going up and down the court. You know, it's. I mean, his joints must be, you know, not the greatest. So I just don't know how it's still giving him satisfaction. But I mean, that's what great coaches are. You know,
well, I'm sure he loves it. So that's why he's still trying to do it.
There, yeah. Now, the second segment of the day is an NBA scout reported that the Nuggets should cut Russell Westbrook and that he should just retire.
Disrespectful. Just disrespectful. I mean, he is struggling right now with the Nuggets, through 7 games, averaging 10, 4, 5 assists. No, it's all right numbers, but he's shooting 28% from the field and 20% from 3, And the Nuggets right now is struggling to shoot the ball well from behind the arc.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is Westbrook isn't an everyday skillful player. He's a moments guy.
For sure.
But that's why he's useful, is you don't know when he's going to turn it on, because he's not going to turn on every game. But when he turns it on, it's going to be like, I remember when the Suns played the Clippers, and I was shocked because he hustled to every rebound and he was making plays. He had like 3 or 4 steals that game, and I was like, what is going on here?
Yeah, I agree. I think, when it's time to show up, he's going to show up. But, I mean, cut and retired, nah, come on. It's Russell Westbrook. Like, he's still, regardless of age, still Russell Westbrook.
And plus, and
it's only 7 games through. Like, he's still figuring, I feel like he's still going to figure it out with them as they, build.
And he's not like a greedy player here. He knows his role, and he's okay with it. So I don't understand why they would just cut him. Like, he still has value to the team as a bench player, and I don't understand why. And especially with the Nuggets of every team, they can't stay healthy.
Yeah.
You know how many times we've seen Jamal Murray go down? Like, they could definitely use him, and I don't understand. If they do cut him, who's a better replacement in free agency is tough.
Yeah.
Especially a playoff team like the Nuggets. That's when you need a veteran like Westbrook. So this guy's an idiot. I'm just calling it out like that. I mean, the fact that he's an NBA scout, and it's just, that's remarkable that he thinks. I think he's just doing this for clicks. You
it's clickbait, yeah.
It's just whatever. What do you think? You think that? No thoughts on Westbrook?
I mean, I feel like from what I know of him as a good player, he shouldn't be cut. But I haven't really been following up with the NBA recently.
Well, next segment, we're going to the WNBA with the finals recap. Now, my biggest problem with this finals was the last game. I think the way they ended the finals was the worst possible way to end it.
Tell them how you feel.
I will say, every game in that series was awesome, right? And then the last game comes, whoever wins is going to take the series, and it was just shooting drought after shooting drought after shooting drought. Like, Breanna Stewart was absolutely awful. And what is even worse,
I'm awful. 13, 15, and 4 assists. She got the stats done, but
she wasn't making shots. And then, but even worse was Ionescu. Ionescu was like 1 for 15 from 3. Like it was. But the thing was, if you saw Breanna Stewart before that, she was doing her thing. In the playoffs, she was doing her thing. I just don't think this was a good representation of who the Liberty are. And if that was the only game that a fan tuned into, I think that's a problem. And then same goes on the Lynx side of it. That was probably the worst defensive game the Lynx have had all series. I mean, they're the greatest defensive team in the WNBA. And I mean, the fact that the Liberty won and couldn't make shots says a lot. I mean, Breanna Stewart, I think it was like a minute or 2 left in the 4th quarter, couldn't make a free throw. Right, she ended up making up for it after that. But these are things that, you kind of, when, this is when all eyes are on the WNBA throughout its history, and you kind of have to really make these moments count. And I just feel like, for me, I thought it would have been better if the series ended the game before. Because I just feel like that game was just tough to watch because it was just bad basketball from both sides, and they could have done much better.
I mean, I feel like it's tough because if you look at the schedule, the way they played is they're playing back to back, only 1 or 2 days apart. So I feel like that's probably why. And just the ending, like you were saying, is bad because of that, really.
Some fatigue set in. You're thinking,
for sure.
I mean,
it's tough, but
I can see that, but it's you're a pro.
Yeah, I feel like you have to step up.
I get it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like, and the same thing, we see NBA finals, all the time. I mean, if I would have seen that happen then, I would say the same thing. I mean, think about all the iconic moments we think about in finals, obviously the Kyrie 3 and,
blocked by James.
Like, I didn't see that in that game. That's just how I thought of it, and that's what I think is a little.
You wanted a better show.
I wanted Sabrina Esca to just be shooting from the logo, just absolutely letting it fly, and it's just tough, because I mean, obviously with Caitlin Clark and how good she's been doing, there's been a big comparison between her and Ionescu, and it's just at the end of the day, if you want to separate yourself, you just have to be consistent. And I mean, but shout out to Liberty, first ever championship, Lynx have been a powerhouse forever, so they didn't really need a championship here. Obviously, it would have been great, but.
Yeah, Sabrina shot 1 for 19.
Yeah, 1 for 19.
That's insane.
I give better than that, and I said 1 for 15.
Yeah.
But she missed 4 more. So I just forgot the number because it was 2 weeks ago, something like that. But yeah, 1 for 19 to me is just inexcusable if you're considering yourself the Curry of the WBA. That's just how I feel.
Sure.
I mean, if we saw Curry go for 1 for 19, I don't know how the world would react.
The world's going crazy. The comment section is going to be crazy. Yeah.
So that's the problem, I mean, we've seen Clay go over 10.
Yeah, they're still talking about it today.
Yeah, we're still talking about it today, and Clay's no Curry, Clay's obviously a great 3-point shooter, but no Curry. So I think that, next season, at least for Sabrina's sake, I really hope she becomes more consistent in these big-time moments. The next segment we have today is... So Shaq recently went on Angel Reese's podcast and mentioned that he thinks the rim should be lowered to make it for them to dunk. But to me, I just feel like that's changing the game.
I did not know that. That's crazy.
Yeah, so Shaq said that, the reason why they don't have more views is because you don't see 360 windmills in the WNBA. Now, to me, I just feel like it's a different game. So I feel like you don't want to You don't want to carbon copy the NBA because then, it's just going to be too competitive at that point because so you want a different game. And I think that's what it is because of that, because you don't see 360 windmills. So
yeah, I honestly don't want to see that. Like, what are they going to lower to 8-foot rims? Yeah, like, come on.
8 foot is what they would have.
8 foot. Yeah, no, I don't want to see that. I think the WNBA is getting the recognition now that it, should have been had, but no, just and there's girls that can dunk already, so
it's not
very flu.
Dunks.
It's not they're not going East Bays and reverse dunks and all that, but it's get up a few times,
Yeah, but you can't compare it.
It's not comparable to the NBA, but
I wouldn't tell somebody to watch the WNBA for dunking. That's just not what I would say. For handling and threes and stuff.
Yeah,
so that's why I wouldn't bring up the dunking part.
More skilled stuff. I feel like.
I mean. Yeah, you could see a dunk every once in a while, but it's not going to be anything crazy. But that's why look for different things.
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that'd just be crazy. That would just be insane. I don't know.
They lowered it to 8 feet. You getting one?
Maybe. I think Abby Ray definitely would.
Yeah.
Her vertical's crazy, but no, I don't know. That's crazy.
I think Bella could dunk probably too on 8 feet.
How tall is Bella?
I think she's about my height, 6 foot, maybe a little taller than me.
I thought she was 6'2", 6'3". I could be off.
Well, she has some hops.
Well, because she's a 4, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
So that's why I thought, because she's like a post player. So that's why I thought.
She drop step dunks.
Oh, no, you could probably dunk Falco. No?
Maybe. I feel like her vertical's tough.
Oh, no, not
vertically challenged.
I don't know. I think our shorter people just have the vertical jump.
Right. That's pretty crazy to think about, though.
Yeah.
That the taller players wouldn't be able to dunk, but the shorter players could.
Well, I mean, if it was an 8-foot rim, maybe, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all hypothetical at that point. So I think we all agree that they shouldn't lower the rim.
No, terrible idea.
Honestly, I feel like it'd be hard to shoot, right? Wouldn't it be hard to
definitely would.
Definitely.
Yeah, you have to adjust your shot. Yeah.
And that would be so weird, if they did it and you see the next year, them having just in their form completely.
Yeah, because you got to shoot lower. Yeah. And then you finish it, you drive to the basket, your finishes are going to be all over the place.
Goaltendings would happen.
Oh, yeah. That's the other thing. It'd be goaltending crazy.
Right. We don't even have that.
Yeah. I just think it's Shaq just thinking, I don't know.
Yeah,
I think it's just Shaq being Shaq.
Shaq just chatting. You need some clicks.
Yeah, it makes, honestly, I hate to say it, but the fact that Angel Reese didn't want it says a lot.
Yeah.
That would benefit her completely. I mean, she's a big, you know. So a lower rim would benefit her because she would be able to, you know, she'd be able to dunk, and that would be it'd be easier to score. So the fact that she doesn't want it, I think, says a lot. Now, a few different coaching changes happened in the WNBA. We had Tyler Marsh hired as the Skies coach, and White was hired as the coach for the Fever. The thing I don't understand for the Fever's sake is they just had their best season they've had in a while. So I don't really know why they needed a coaching change. So that's what I don't understand. The Sky, were a little disappointing, but the problem that people have to realize was their injuries were substantial. I mean, nobody on that team was able to stay healthy. So what can a coach really do if the team doesn't stay healthy? It's tough. So I don't know if they really needed coaching changes, but I guess they thought they did, so they make changes. What do you guys think about it?
Yeah, I thought the Fever was a little crazy because, like you said, I thought they had a good year, but I feel like the Sky, hit or miss, like they could have done better. So I feel like a coaching change could help, but Fever.
That's what I think too. I think the Fever one was one that concerned me the most. I mean, I guess they're thinking they just did good because of Caitlin Clark and LA Boston. It wasn't coaching, but I mean,
coaching's definitely a part.
That's what I think. I feel bad because, you know, the former coach just thrown out the window, and I mean, it's not even look like it. This job offer is open, so that's tough. You know, you just bring this team back, and they're just like, all right, see. That's what happened. It's unfortunate. Next thing we have here, we're going to the women's college basketball of it is, do you think the year the Cavender twins took off will hurt Miami because they didn't play last year for their own reasons, and now they're coming back to the game? Do you think that's going to negatively affect the team?
I don't think it's really going to affect them that much. I mean, they had a coaching change as well, so I feel like it's a whole new team anyway. So, like, them taking a year off, I don't think will really affect, like, the chemistry of the team.
Well, you think they'll still be able to play the same way they were, even though they haven't played in a year? That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah, I mean, they just played Stetson. I mean, Haley's stats she had 12, 8 boards, 3 turnovers, and Hannah's stats was 9 points, 5 assists. I mean, if you compare it to like the season that they had like before their break, Haley had averaged 12, 5, and 3, and Hannah averaged 4, 1, and 1.
Well,
so I mean,
the weird thing about Hannah is her minutes were doubled
right.
in the Stetson game. I'm very curious if that was because they were playing Stetson, or if she's actually going to play a 30-minute game.
I mean, they beat Stetson. They were up Stetson like 30. They finished by 30. That might be one of those situations where... That's
what I'm hoping. Yeah. Because Hannah does not deserve 30 minutes. No offense, but she doesn't. No, that's not who she is.
Right.
And I'm hoping she doesn't, because if she does, then we know why. It's because of Haley. Because, I mean, Haley was the better of the twins.
For sure.
So I'm just hoping it's a Stetson thing and it's not something that continues, because no, but it's there's no way she takes a year off and just doubles the minutes.
Yeah.
Like she didn't do anything in the meantime to earn double minutes. Like, that doesn't make any sense. It's not like she was doing anything in the offseason. And I mean, before the break, I mean, she retired. Haley,
they were gonna do the WWE, right, or something like that.
Yeah, but Haley transferred to TCU and then just didn't play. But Hannah didn't want to play basketball at all. So, I mean, I guess, they bring it back to Miami. I mean, when they played there last year, they made a huge run of the tournament. I don't know if you guys remember.
Definitely.
I think that was the best the Miami women's team didn't. I don't know how long I can remember. But that was like the peak of Miami women's basketball.
Yeah, men's and women's. That was when men's team made it to the Elite Eight.
Both made it to Elite Eight.
Yeah, both made it to Elite Eight. Yeah.
I think that was pretty crazy for Miami.
Absolutely. It was going crazy down there.
So do we all think, so you think that they'll be able to bring the same energy they brought that year?
Yeah, I think they'll be fine. They'll be able to still contribute the same way.
Now, this next one I have a hard take on. I think HVL transferring to TCU was an awful move. Why? Because she was, think about it, right? Louisville and LSU are clearly better than TCU. And 2 is she was clearly the best version of herself at Louisville. So why didn't she just go back to Louisville? Louisville's ranked for a reason. TCU's unranked for a reason. And I hate to say it, but I mean, I don't think I could see her as a player to carry a team to the finals.
Right. I mean, The last game, the first game that she played, she had 21, 5, 7 assists. But I don't. NIL might have been a part of the deal. That's a big
she
thing.
could have got NIL at Louisville? I feel like that was very marketable for her because
Definitely,
she was an icon at Louisville.
Yeah, but that might have been a different bag kind of talking,
I just feel like this takes her out of championship contention, genuinely.
Yeah.
I just don't see I don't see this TCU team beating South Carolina, UConn, healthy. No. But if she was on Louisville, then that's a completely different story. Then I definitely think there's a chance she could beat, Notre Dame or USC. So I just feel like, to me, it's just unfortunate because it's just, this is the first season where I don't see HVL as a competitor in the women's tournament. And she's been the competitor since she's been in it because LSU obviously had Angel Reese, Flau'jae Johnson, and herself. And then before that, she was killing it with Louisville. So I just don't see, I just feel like as a fan, it's just tough. It's going to be a tough move for her.
Yeah, I feel like she wanted to win, so I think that's why she left in the first place. But, I don't think she really should have gone back because Louisville's not very good anymore.
You don't think so?
They are.
They're 17th ranked in the country.
I think they are now, but, when she left,
that made sense.
Yeah.
But I feel like it makes sense going back now while they're better.
I guess, but I also think TCU's going to be really good this year. I know they're unranked, but they still have Sedona Prince. They have a transfer from Kentucky. I think they're still going to be good. I don't know about national championship wise, but.
But if she went back to Louisville, you wouldn't think they'd be national championship contenders?
I don't think so.
Wow. So all right, now my question is, where would she have to go to be a contender for a national championship?
That's a good question.
South Carolina,
I mean, Louisville staying at LSU. I think
she can't play.
Yeah,
she can't play with LSU. That's clear.
Yeah, it wasn't good, but
it was awful.
I think USC is gonna be good. Well, both USCs.
The thing is, but she's not getting playing time at USC.
Right.
She's not gonna be a backup to Juju.
Yeah.
So I feel like South Carolina is probably her best. I mean, but then they have Pow Pow.
Yeah, I don't think if she goes anywhere, she's gonna win. Really?
So she's stuck.
Yeah.
So there's no program where she can go to and be a national championship winner. That's tough. That's
a hot take.
Is it though? Where do you think she can go?
Nah, I'm all ears right now. I mean. Nah, you guys, that's a fair take. Yeah, I don't know.
Because bigger school, she's not gonna play like you said. So,
which is crazy to think about. But I mean, she did. I mean, they could have played part of the Olympics on the 3v3 team. So it's just weird though because she was on the Olympic team, but she can't even play at a top contending college and start. It's kind of crazy. But honestly, I think it's less about her and how stacked these point guards are. Because you have Paige Beckers, obviously, you have Juju Watkins, you have Pow Pow. It's just, it's crazy to think about where it's dang, I feel like the point guards are kind of running things right now with women's basketball. But the bad thing is I think the bigs took a step back because you had Cameron Brink, Cordoza, Angel Reese all going to the WNBA. So I just generally think it's, and obviously you have Ellie Edwards from UConn also, and there's so many else to name. It's just the more I think about it, the more I feel like when I'm turning on the TV for women's basketball, I'm more focused on guards than I've ever been.
Right.
So I mean, it makes sense. It's just a convoluted position for her, unfortunately, because of that. She's just gonna have to get that NIL money.
Listen, cash out.
I mean, she's good,
Yeah.
No matter what happens,
she's gonna be fine regardless.
Yeah, she'll still make it.
Yeah.
You think she's still making WBA?
That's tough. I mean, maybe. I think this year, the people going in, it's gonna be easier. I think for her. So
you think so? A lot of people going in this year. Actually, but Juju's not going to be in this year, so that's good. It's good. Paige is going to be number one, I think. That's my prediction. What? You don't think so? You don't think?
No.
You laughed at
Fair
it.
take. Because I know you're a big UConn fan, Paige fan.
She's lived up to everything she's supposed to be. I mean, it's hard not to like her. I mean, like I said, she's the ultimate hustler girl. Like she is the most all-around player I've ever seen in women's basketball, and I don't think that's going to change. It's true. I mean, who are you putting up there? That's like she is, she's the closest thing to me to Asia Wilson, because they're both phenomenal defenders. They both can shoot when they have to. They can both rebound. It's just. I mean, Paige is obviously, they're different, in certain senses, but I think they're pretty relatable, and I think that they're going to dominate for a reason. You think I'm too high on Paige?
I mean, I'm not the biggest UConn fan, so I don't know. I mean, I really like Juju Watkins. I feel like
but at the end of the day, she is just she's going her second year. I mean,
yeah, true.
I feel like it's hard to compare that because you're gonna have. I made this take in the podcast. I think Juju will break all of Caitlin Clark's records just because
if she stays in college, for her.
Yeah, I mean, because Caitlin Clark didn't take that last year. Which I don't really understand why, but each his own. And she was way more dominant than Caitlin Clark was in her freshman year.
Oh, yeah.
Caitlin Clark had a huge drop in her freshman season. So, I mean, that I will give you. But, I mean, if you're telling me on a 1v1, Juju and Paige, I think Paige would lock down Juju completely.
Juju's a buck. I don't know.
Paige locks down anybody. I'm telling you. I
think it's a size difference.
Yeah.
You know what? We gotta call Paige up. She'll
schedule the one-on-one.
She'll say the same thing. But you open the Great Danes women's team hates Paige Bangers. That's what it is. It all started when Megan said that. Maddie Segrist. That's who it was.
Oh yes.
She said Maddie Segrist was harder to guard than Paige. And obviously, so she started with that, and then Bella continued it, and then probably Jessica something else. And then now here we go with this
There we go.
So Paige Bangers, when you were national champion with UConn, we will come back. And KK Arnold, you're all welcome on the podcast, and we will talk our stuff because I've been supporting you guys.
Everybody who had the slander, they got to come on here. We can talk about it.
Yeah. We'll have a round table. All of you guys will come back on, and you'll let it happen. Unless the Lady Danes become national champions.
Which was my take, but
Then I don't know. And then I got to get my yelling at it.
Definitely.
All right, now, do you think it's too early to call the Dame Lillard effect in Milwaukee a failure?
I think it's too early. I'm gonna give them one more. They need to be healthy. They're having health issues. Like I think they're a finals capable team when fully healthy with Giannis and him and Chris Middleton, but it hasn't been working. And right now they're in 15th in the East with their only win being against the Sixers. So, Sixers aren't the best basketball team right now, but
neither are the Bucks. But that's the thing. To me, if you're telling me they can't win a game without being fully healthy, I think there's bigger problems there.
Oh, that might be a coaching thing.
I've been the biggest hater of Doc Rivers, and I always said he sucks.
I said that on purpose.
He's awful. Yeah. He's awful. I've always said he's awful.
You're calling him a fraud.
He's been awful. He's always awful. He's like I told you. He's been a product of the people he's had to play with. You'll never see Doc Rivers build a powerhouse from nothing. It's impossible. But I mean, this is what Giannis wanted. Giannis said, "I want Doc Rivers," and this is what he got: a 1-6 start. Hope he's happy about that. I really hope he enjoys this 1-6 start. But to me, at the end of the day, it's just like you're saying fully healthy, their finals team. Yeah. What makes you think that? If they can't win a game without these players, it's just a finals.
Well, the players are the ones who gonna,
But the thing is you have to go into the season thinking something's gonna go wrong because when we're talking about the NBA playoffs, there's always injuries.
Oh, definitely.
So if you're going to tell me that everything has to go perfect for them to win a finals, that doesn't mean they're finals team. Because trust me, I could guarantee you the Suns win the finals if everything goes perfect for them. But it's very unlikely for that to happen.
This is true. Well, I mean, then it might be time to call it quits then,
Put it this way, Suns are 5-1, and Bradley Beal's played whenever he feels like it. Same with Book and same with KD. They play when they feel like it.
Yeah, but the Suns aren't going to the finals.
But they still win. They still win.
They can have
games off.
They can have the regular season. It's fine.
No, but what I'm trying to say here
No, I
is
get what you're saying.
they can take games off and win, unlike the Bucks, and I think that's a major problem.
Right.
So I think the experiment's off.
So what do you think is the next move? Get rid of Dame?
You're going to hate this. I think they just blow up ship.
The whole Giannis?
Ship Giannis, ship Middleton, and just start over.
Well, Giannis isn't going anywhere. It's like
He doesn't want to go anywhere, but I'd force him out at that point. Just
I don't know.
Just pick him up. You might need multiple people because of how he is.
Yeah.
And just throw him into the car and just ship him off. That's what I would do.
I don't like that take.
But
I think if they're gonna be in a situation where they're blowing the team up, it'd be Dame and Chris Middleton out of there, and then try to find something else to go.
You can't build with Giannis. He's not that young anymore.
True. I mean, Giannis is what? About 20. I think he's like 28 right now.
He was drafted in what, 20?
I think he's in his 20s still.
That's insane. He's been in the league forever.
He's 29.
And he was, what year was he? 2013, 2015? 2013, right? Because Book was 2015, before Book. So I'm saying 2013.
2013, yeah.
That's kind of crazy. He's 29.
Yeah,
He was
he's only
drafted
29.
11 years ago. Wow.
Yeah.
All right. So, wow, he was drafted at 18? That's young. Usually it's like at least 19.
15th pick.
Damn. That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, but even, all right, so let's say he's 29, right? And it takes 5 or 6 years to rebuild. Then you have a 36-year-old Giannis.
Yeah, and he definitely won't. At 36, he won't. I don't think he's going to be looking how he is now.
So I still
jumping
think,
over everybody and dunking.
I still
and all
think
that.
he should go to like a more of a contending team. And
Where would you like to see Giannis at?
Phoenix would be.
Okay, that's not happening.
Yo,
Trade for KD? KD for Giannis?
No, I'm thinking
D-Book?
We're going D-Book. We're going at the 1. Get Beal at the 2.
You're not keeping
KD
all
at
of
the
them.
3.
You're not keeping all of them. You're not.
We are going. We
You're
are
delusional.
going to be the Avengers. That would be the Avengers.
Yeah, you're delusional if you think you're going to be able to keep all of them.
We'll send him whatever picks we have.
Or unless he wants to sign in the free agency for $5 to play for the Phoenix Suns. But
I wonder, the NBA cap is so weird because I don't really know how much over the luxury we can even go.
yeah, I mean, it goes up every year too. So
Because trust me, we will pay
I'm sure.
whatever tax we have to. So maybe we reconstruct your deals, but I mean, because the thing, you know what? Actually, yeah, I'd ship Beal off.
Bradley Beal.
Even though I'm wearing a Bradley Beal jersey. Sorry. But,
So Giannis, KD, and D-Buck's getting you a chip.
oh, of course. And then at shooting guard, we would have D-Book and we'd have Tyus Jones the ones. Yeah, of course. That is a scary team right there.
Or Giannis comes to Miami.
Oh, that would be depressing.
What?
That's like the retirement home with NBA.
The disrespect.
Him and Jimmy G. I heard, him and Jimmy G will eat those little like caramel candies,
Word, it's mad disrespectful. But Giannis and Bam.
Well, that doesn't even make any sense. Giannis at the 3?
4.
So
Well, actually, yeah, 4. I mean, Bam's the interchangeable kind of guy. He could play 4 or 5.
Well, if you were Giannis the 4, Bam's not gonna be the 5. Will be the 3.
Well, no, I mean, Bam could play the 5. I'm sure he's not, tripping on playing the 5.
So you put Bam at the 5, Giannis at the 3, 4, Jimmy Butler at the 3, and then
Tyler
at the
and
2,
Scary
and then
Terry at the 1.
He's been washed since he left Charlotte.
All right, the slander.
Oh, no, actually, he was decent in Boston too. But
Slander. He was good. He was all right in Boston.
it's better than he was in Miami.
All right.
I can't. All right. What do you think about this? What do you think about the Miami Heat? Just let it out.
I don't know anything.
She's being very careful here.
Would you like to see, as a fan, Giannis play for the Heat or play for the Suns? What jersey would you buy if you had to choose?
How far are these Sun jerseys?
All right. We don't want to see that.
We got the best jerseys in the game.
My sisters always liked the Heat, so I've never really been a Heat fan.
Oh, you're one of those.
So sorry.
Do you have a team?
Do I have a team? I guess the Warriors, but that's just like, yeah.
Ever since 2016, I bet.
Yeah, probably. That's about it.
One thing I will say is I'm surprised how good of a start the Warriors have had this season.
Yeah.
I mean, without Curry even playing, they started 6-1, I think. I mean, Kuminga stepped up big time, and it's impressive. Unfortunately,
this will be Kuminga's last season with them, though.
Yeah,
he didn't resign. But yeah, they're 6-1 right now.
Yeah, and then Curry, I don't think has played yet, which is insane. And the crazy, all I know is on his couch right now, we see Klay Thompson absolutely throwing things around the room. That his presence has not been missed at all. So it's a very unfortunate situation for Klay because he left to prove them wrong, and fortunately they proved him right because the Warriors are doing better than the Mavs this year. And
yeah, I mean, Mavs 4-3 right now.
Can't do better than 6-1 here.
Yeah.
So it looks like Klay was a problem. Unfortunately, can't argue it, right?
Numbers don't lie.
I mean, put it this way: he went to a team with Kyrie and Luka. It's not like he went to a rebuilding team here. So the fact
he went to a contending team, a team that was in the finals literally last year. So
it's very weird. I mean, I know it's the first few games, but NBA is very weird this.
Yeah.
All right, I got a question for everybody here, and let's see if you guys answer this game here. Who do you think is the fattest player in the NBA?
The fattest player right now? Andre Drummond?
Nope.
Zion?
Nope.
No? There's someone bigger than Zion?
That's just mean. That's so
well,
mean.
No.
So
I'm sorry, Zion.
Yo,
I'm sorry. I didn't mean it.
Watch his portions
I forget. He's on the weight cut thing for his contract. He's on the weight thing for his contract. I forgot. I'm sorry, Zion. I didn't mean it. You're a dog. I don't know. Fattest NBA player right now.
Jacob got it. And I didn't give him hints.
You got it? What team does he play for?
No.
We need hints.
No, we don't.
The team would actually be way too easy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Is it in?
It's not hard.
I need a hint. Is he in the East?
I'm not giving you hints.
It's no good.
It's not hard.
I don't want to just start dissing players.
Right, I'll give you one hint. I'll give you one hint.
All right.
He played college in the Big Ten.
Out of there.
You really can't get this. Like this is pretty easy. Think about tall guys. Like
yeah, I'm thinking about bigs.
He's 300 pounds. This isn't some. He's fat.
300 pounds.
You're gonna have big ones.
I'm drawing blanks. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't even know. Zach Edey.
There we go.
Hey, whoa. As he's like 7'4". Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Makes sense. Come on.
Thank you.
That was easy. First take.
That was not. First.
We're gonna clip out all the ones I got wrong in the questions.
See, that's but that's what I'm saying. I would have said the Wizards. I would have said the Grizzlies. I feel like that would be too easy.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't do it.
Yeah. Okay. That was good. Yeah.
All right, now we get the next game going here.
One take. Come on.
You're really bad at games.
Yeah, I am. I wouldn't say Zach Edey's fat.
300 pounds.
But he's like 7'4", bro. It's, and he's a big body. Like he got muscles.
Body. What do you say? He's big boned? Is that what it is?
He might be big boned. I mean,
300 pounds.
He's strong. Pounds. Like if Wemby wasn't like Slender Man, he'd probably be 300 pounds too.
So, all right,
you know what I'm saying?
You think I should have said the biggest player in the NBA?
That would have been more fair. That would have been.
I just I like saying fattest. I think that's funny.
You just want me to diss NBA players.
Zach Edey. Zach Edey actually, with you saying that, Zach Edey's the favorite to work of the year.
Oh no, he's been balling.
So we can call him that.
Wemby's only 235. Crazy.
And Zion's less too.
Yeah.
All right, next game we have here is 15 words or less. First word we have for you is the words I'm going to give you. West Conference.
Next question.
This isn't hard.
Give me something easy.
This is easy.
Jacob, come on. Phone a friend. What was up?
I mean, you both have a better chance of getting it.
It has to do with basketball. Western Conference.
Yes. I didn't say Western. I said
West leagues, championships.
What would West have to do with championships?
I don't
or
know.
leagues?
The Lakers.
It doesn't have to be NBA here. Come on.
Oh, West.
I feel like that's throwing me off that you keep saying that. It doesn't have to be the NBA.
Yeah. The mind games.
All right, so I'm going to give you one more word.
Yes, please.
Number.
West Conference number.
You get it? You get it?
No, this is.
It's so obvious.
This is
it's
challenging.
so obvious. It's the easiest thing ever. Viewers, I guarantee they all have it already. They're all typing in the comment section. How do you not get it?
Please type in the comments how fast you were able to figure this out because I cooked. I got nothing, honestly. You're just going to have to give us this one.
Think about it. All right, let's see.
Come on, Lily.
You're thinking of West. You're thinking of
Dig
West,
deep.
right? So we're in the
Right.
west part of the country, correct?
California.
Well, like, it doesn't have to be California.
Okay.
It could
All
be-
right.
It's confusing.
We're in the west part of the country.
Word.
It's a conference, and there's a number in it.
Pac-12.
There
Come
you
on.
go.
Too easy. But if you say West Conference. Oh, okay. Yeah.
That was an easy layup right there. West Conference number.
That's a
Pac-12.
little challenging. Well, the number made it more
and you
obvious.
still didn't get it. I had to
Well,
literally
I was-
walk you to the answer.
It's all right. It's fine. Next one. I'm ready now. That was
Well, I
practice.
feel like when you said West Conference, I'm thinking of like teams in the West instead of like West Coast Conference. Like that's
What's
college
two
basketball.
words?
But that's
But I
college
kept saying
basketball.
it's not the NBA.
I know.
Multiple
but
times. I was like, it doesn't have to be the NBA. So I thought it was like,
that was the warm up. I'm ready now. Let's go.
all right, next one we have here
LeBron
is-
James.
Okay, yeah, we'll do that. LeBron James.
Lakers.
GOAT.
He's number 23, right? 23.
Just think about like what he does iconically.
Nike.
That's not really a basketball term.
LeBronacy.
Oh. I wasn't gonna use LeBron as the thing, but you just made me say it, so I said.
Oh. What has he done iconically? Dunk? Slam dunk?
Stop! You don't cheat.
He said dunks.
No, but I know what he's trying to do. Stop. Don't. You really don't know?
Dunks? Nothing with dunks? No.
Think about the name I just said
LeBron.
and when it would be commentated.
When it would be commentated? Blocked by James.
So what's the part of the word? Part of the phrase?
Blocked by.
I'll give it to you. It's block.
Oh.
So I think that's it.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't like that one. But go ahead.
I'm
Next.
supposed to say block. And
Okay.
yes, that was a harder one to do. But I thought block by James. But
Okay.
a little bit to get that out of. All right, this one we gotta get that here. Time, shoot.
Shot clock.
There we go.
All right.
Come
There
on.
you go.
I see. I could give you something and it would give you the answer, but I can't. So I'm just gonna go with. You know what? I'll still make it pretty easy. Big.
5.
Yeah. Well,
Post.
close.
5 post.
No.
Post
no.
up.
Like you, not the
Block.
Then it's not the 5. I'm not doing numbers here. Oh, what's the 5?
Center.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Same thing.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna put 5 as a term. You know.
Okay.
Like even that's what you're referring to as. That's pretty good. I don't even know how many words I used for that. I used what? Big 1. 1, 3. Okay, and the next one here. Okay. I'm doing this on the spot. I gotta think of words on the spot. And you guys, I gotta give you help here. Okay.
We're cooking right now. I ain't gonna lie. We're doing all right.
All right.
West Coast Conference. Pretty brutal. Okay. Month. Say month. Try to get in 1.
March.
Close.
It's not March.
I didn't say it's not. I didn't say it is.
March Madness.
There we go.
We're cooking now. Yeah.
I'll use use one word for that
On
too.
fire.
Cooking big time here. All right, now the next one here, we are going to. All right, this is gonna be hard. This is gonna be. I don't know why I did this word. This is so hard. Running.
Running. Trump.
Wait. No, it's like you're running. When
Running
you
the floor.
Well, you're running.
Transition.
Transition.
No, but you're running. This is a hard word. I don't know why I did this to myself.
Yeah, give us another word.
I mean, running
Back.
sprints. I should have probably said sprints instead.
Conditioning.
No, like you're sprinting from.
Getting back.
No, I'm just
Sprinting
thinking of what
from
DK
where?
says every time. He says one word. And then you
60.
sprint. No.
10 on the clock.
He says.
22 on the clock.
Well, wait. He said where did he tell you to go?
Oh, on the line.
Close.
Baseline.
That was hard. That was hard.
Yeah.
All right, we got one word he left. See, what would you have used for baseline? I think I had some up to fail. What would you have said?
For a baseline?
I'm just thinking sprinting.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can think of. Okay, last one.
Could have been like inbounds.
Well, it doesn't have to be on the baseline. It could be.
Yeah, well, that would have gave us the option, sideline and baseline. You feel me?
You think you would have went to that? I think you would have said.
If you would have said inbounds, I would have been like, yeah, I would have sideline and baseline. Yeah, for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
See, you said that now.
Yeah.
You would have probably said some crazy things. You would have said shot, pass. You would have probably said. All right. Anyway, last one here. Let's see. Big screen.
Big screen.
Pick and roll.
See, this is why I knew you wouldn't have got baseline. I said him. Like, because of that.
So it's wrong.
Because pick and roll?
No, that's not the answer.
Big screen.
Because if you would have known the answer before that, you would have said big screen.
Ball screen.
So you're thinking of the word screen too literally here. You know, a screen isn't just
Jumbotron.
There we go.
Yeah, come on.
It's a big screen.
Big
that's what it
screen.
is.
Come on.
But if I
I'm
guarantee,
cooking, Jacob. It's crazy.
I guarantee, I would have told you Jumbotron. You would have said big screen, and you would have said I would have got it from big screen.
Yeah,
and you wouldn't have went
yeah.
to pick and roll. Blah, blah.
Yeah.
That's why Emmanuel. I doubt you guys so much, and I am so.
Yeah, it's a lot of like non-believing going on over here, but it's fine. It's cool.
No, but you guys did very well.
They believe in me.
No, I will say you and Lily are about better than you and Bella.
Yeah, definitely. No, we cooking up.
Okay.
This
Yeah,
game.
no, that's it.
This game last time we were just sitting here looking at each other like it was bad, but the other ones we were good though.
Oh
so
my
that's
gosh, that was the worst segment
fine.
was that. All right, now the last thing here is just going to be a blind ranking here, and we haven't done that in a while actually. So,
Yeah.
all right, first thing we have here is Leah Boston.
Play it safe, because what I will tell you at the end, sometimes it's either going to be someone random or it's going to be like, you know, you got me with Stephen Curry. I had Steph Curry in my 5th spot one time. So dark times. You got to be careful.
I'm thinking like 3 or 4.
3, 4?
Maybe 4.
4? Okay. Do that.
Cameron Brink.
Can't change it, by the way. Stuck.
Right. I mean, I think above Aaliyah Boston for sure.
3?
I think, yeah.
Brianna Stewart.
1 or 2.
Yeah, for sure.
Which one?
The 5 options open too. I mean,
For 5?
I wouldn't put her at 5. But
Yeah.
it's an option.
Yeah, 5's an option, but I don't think it's an option.
Maybe 2.
2? All right, so we got some extremes going on right now. Either the best or the worst.
Right.
Next we have is, I want to say her name right. I'm going to say it right, I think. Nafisa Collier.
I mean, I feel like 1, but I don't know what to say.
I mean, the thing is, can you put in good conscience her at 5?
No. I feel like no.
So you going with 1?
I think. I think so. Because she's definitely over Cam Brink and Aaliyah Boston.
It's your call.
I guess one.
One.
He's definitely gonna say something crazy.
It's tough. 5. The last one is Asia Wilson.
Yeah.
The point was you were supposed to put Aaliyah Boston and Cam Brink at 4 and 5. The problem is you put 1 and 3 and it ruined the whole list.
I thought you were gonna name someone not as good though. You named like literally everyone that was good.
Well, the thing is, the last time with WNBA, I did that, and they won. So I had to do it.
Yeah, you got to challenge.
The thing is, I can't do the same strategy every time because, like the last one we had, like I did like Sophia Cunningham, and I did. There was another one that was, I don't remember the list, but there was like, they got it perfect 1 through 5, and there was only one like great player on there. But I mean, that's the point. Is you got to make this hard. So